And how do we know how to give ourselves generously to God? Well, we learn it in the family. Where you learn that?
Yeah,
when you see your family and your mom making big sacrifice and your dad making big sacrifice, what I teach you? Teach you how? Shows you another way. You either calling them boboli or you admire them because of what they do to show love to you. It has to start in the family. The living, the death, and resurrection has to start in the family.
And you know, somebody was talking about your homily this morning. You know, they were talking about your homily this morning, and it was interesting because they said, "How do I do that as a young single mother? You know, how do I go out and evangelize as a young single mother?" And I just told
real simple.
You know, I said, "Hey, start in the family. Start right there in the family. And once you started in the family and
in the family
yourself, it will go out."
But when you go to the grocery,
yes,
you go to the hairdresser, you go to school, you go to a workplace, you go wherever you go, that's where you bring that message of love and life. But in the context of what we're talking about here, living the power of the resurrection is right in the family that we learn how to do this or not. When husbands and wives recognize the weakness and frailty of their condition, they often turn and gaze on themselves, each other, or cry. If a husband and a wife recognize the frailty and weakness of the other one, and they turn and they gaze on the other one, what they see, all they see is the weakness. That's all they see, the weakness. If they turn and they gaze on Christ, what will happen is that they will start to see not the weakness, but they will start to see the grace of Christ for that other person. Because as you turn your gaze to Christ, you start to see the way that Christ is enveloping that other person, keeping them safe for whatever purpose he might have.
Boy, keep your eyes on Christ.
Keep your eyes on Christ. Then both have a chance to experience the transforming power of Christ in their lives and in their marriage. Then marriage can move from being a contract to being a sacrament. Wow. You know the difference?
Yeah.
What is the difference, boy?
Let me tell you. You know, I was doing a what you call it? I did a marriage prep. I was journeying with a couple. They were two lawyers. So I told them, I said, hold on. All you know about contracts. You know about contracts. But what you're going to do now, because both of you all are Catholics, this is something totally different. This is a sacrament. This is a covenant. You know, you have no expiry dates and things like that in a marriage, you know, right? This is for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, till death do you part. They have no exit clause here, right? And it is dying to your own selves. Because I know sometimes, you know, we've had situations where, you know, the wife is sick and the husband take the exit, or the husband is sick and the wife makes the exit. I said, that's not what marriage is about. This sacrament that it must be an outward sign of inward grace.
Inward